In northern British Columbia, Canada, Highway 16 cuts across mountains, forests, and silence. It should be just another remote stretch of road. But over the years, it has earned a chilling name, the Highway of Tears. Since the late 1960s, dozens of Indigenous women and girls, many of them young, kind, full of promise, have vanished or been murdered along this highway. Official numbers mention 18 confirmed cases, but local communities believe the number exceeds 50, hidden behind decades of police inaction and systemic neglect. The women weren't just statistics. They were daughters, sisters, friends. And their stories begin in the ordinary, just a walk to school, a hitchhike to a job interview, or a visit to a friend, before spiraling into the unknown. Tamara Chipman was 22 years old when she vanished in 2005. A mother, a fisherman, a young woman proud of her Gixan heritage. She was last seen hitchhiking just outside Prince Rupert, on the western end of Highway 16. Hitchhiking wasn't unusual in these remote towns. Many families didn't own cars, and public transit was sparse or non-existent. But Tamara never made it to her destination. There were no suspects, no witnesses, no vehicle description, just questions. Her father, Tom, remembers driving up and down the highway every day for weeks, scanning ditches and forests, holding on to a hope that slowly crumbled. "It's like the land swallowed her whole," he said, "and the silence is louder than any scream." Tamara wasn't alone. In 1970, Gloria Moody, a 26-year-old mother of two, was found dead near Williams Lake. In 1994, Ramona Wilson vanished near Smithers. Her body was found nearly a year later, dumped in the woods. Nicole Hoare, a white woman who disappeared in 2002, finally drew national attention. But why then? Why not for Ramona? Or Tamara? Or Alberta Williams, whose case remained cold for 27 years, until a CBC journalist uncovered missed leads, ignored tips, and an apparent cover-up? There were twists that shocked even the most seasoned investigators. A retired mounted confessed on tape that he knew who killed Alberta, but his information had been dismissed. A suspect was never charged. Was it one killer? For many, whispers circulated about a long-haul trucker, a man who traveled the route at night and knew the remote stops where no one would hear screams. Some cases had eerie similarities. The victims were young, traveling alone, and vanished within a narrow stretch of the highway. But the RCMP's investigation was fragmented, files scattered between districts, and trust, especially among Indigenous families, was non-existent. Many believe that systemic racism contributed to the lack of urgency. If these had been white women from Vancouver, would the story have unfolded differently? Today, roadside signs line Highway 16. Girls, don't hitchhike on the Highway of Tears. Missing. If you saw something, say something. In 2016, the Canadian government launched a national inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, MMIWG. It confirmed what many already knew: these were not isolated incidents. They were the result of decades of colonial violence, neglect, and silence. And yet, the pain remains unhealed. For every name we know, there are others we don't. For every case solved, there are 10 more that grow colder with each passing season. There's a haunting beauty to the Canadian wilderness: towering pines, icy rivers, sunrises that break through the fog. But along Highway 16, beauty hides danger. Communities have begun reclaiming the road. Vigil walks, murals, storytelling, resilience. But the haunting question lingers: how many more must vanish before the world truly listens? Until then, the highway waits, endless, cold, and cruel. And the silence stretches on. For other stories, subscribe and like this video for more stories.